Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV, welcome. Check it out. We're heading out here to Southcove. That road right there will take you right down to Meadview, Arizona. Heading up to Vegas today, thought I'd take the scenic tour. It's been several months since we've been out here, just kind of curious. Thought we'd check the water level, see how things are looking. This is probably one of my favorite places to come around the entire Lake Mead area, is this Southcove. It's isolated and it's at the very end. You'll see it up here. This is like a little day use area, has a nice overlook. A couple storyboards. Yay, there it is. Alright, let me get parked. Check her out. And the water is up, I can tell already. These storyboards are kind of beat up. Some bleach. It shows the mountains, the mountain range names, and gold. Huge gold strikes in these hills. I think it was called the Lost Basin. Mormon, the Mormon Trail. All that. The history here is rich. They used to have ferries. The road we came in on is Pierce Ferry Road. There was a ferry back in the 1800s where you could cross the Colorado River. That was way before Lake Mead and all that. Yeah, Lost Basin. Lost Basin there. They kind of cleaned up that brass plate back in 1880. Old Joshua tree. Ooh, you know what we'll do on the way out? We'll stop at the Joshua tree forest. I passed it coming in here, but just wide open. No one comes out here anymore since the lake level dropped. The boat ramps closed, and you kind of have it all to yourself. Now along the Colorado River, if you take Pierce Ferry Road, I'll show you when we're heading in. The rafters, people do raft trips all the way through the Grand Canyon. Because speaking of the Grand Canyon, right over here, you see that mountain range? That's the backside of the Grand Canyon right there, Grand Canyon West. Pretty cool, pretty place. Here we go. It's probably about another 8 miles down to the water. 7-8 miles. Beautiful day. Mid-70s. Mid-November. Perfect weather in the desert. Supposed to be some storm fronts coming through out of the west. A lot of four-wheeling out here too. Horseback riding. In Meadview itself, I'm not going to drive Meadview today. I've done several videos in the town, but it's kind of a cool little retirement place. Speaking of bicycles, there's one. but a lot of people come out here and enjoy it. The only drawback, you're a long ways from a store. They got like a dollar store and a couple little stores, but you're a long ways to get supplies because there's no crossing out here. It's one way in, one way out. A couple years ago, the property values shot through the roof out here. Everybody bought property sight unseen. Back when everything got crazy, 2020 and 21, that real estate boom. Isn't it pretty out this direction? Early morning, it's only about 7:45, sun's just getting up good. Whoa, oh man, I just missed my turn. Sitting here checking out the scenery. This is Pierce Ferry Road, it turns to gravel. I've done it a few times. You can go all the way down to the Colorado River. I don't have time today. We'll do that though in the spring. We'll come back out here. When we get turned around, this is where all the buses park. Because all the rafters come in off the Colorado River. And all the big buses, they haul them out. That's a big deal. Huge, huge business. Rafting the Colorado through the Grand Canyon. They got week-long trips, 2 days, I think even same-day trip from different locations. Big bucks, so trip of a lifetime, I'm sure. Yay, I see water. I can already tell. I mean, last year when I was out here, you couldn't even see the water from right here. I have to look online. I think the lake's up close to 20 feet. Wahoo! I see water. Cool. Lake Mead is one massive lake. Over 100 miles long. Stretches all over the place. Clear up through Overton, up towards the north. All the way over to Boulder City, Hoover Dam. Now look at this, here's our day use area. Parking, we're the only ones here. Oh man. 4 years ago in 2019, they were launching boats off this thing. Shows you how much the water's dropped. They kept extending it, kept pouring concrete till it was over. Well, we'll take a little walk up here. They do have a temporary boat ramp. We'll have to take a little dirt road to get out there. Because without launching here, you have to go all the way back over to Hoover Dam to put a boat in the water here. Oh yeah, they've cleaned all this up. Oh my goodness. This looks good. Yeah, they've cleaned a lot of this up. Well, another 20 feet, you could be launching boats here again. I'm guessing. Every foot the lake rises, I forget how much shoreline it consumes. It's like 50 feet, 60 feet. They took out that old floating dock over there. I'll try to find pictures of from when I was here earlier this year and put them in here when I edit the video. There was a floating dock there that was down farther. Oh yeah. Time to get the fishing pole out. Isn't it pretty here? You always hear the helicopters flying over out here too. Because you can take helicopter tours of the canyon. Them guys come clear out of Vegas. Which really isn't that far from here. As the crow flies, why do they say that? Well, cool. Over there is where that dirt ramp is. We'll drive over there before we leave. Glad I came down here. This is good news. Well, maybe in the spring, come back. They'll have these ramps back in floating. Floating docks again at South Cove. Plus, you used to be able to boondock over by the water. They canceled all that. Can't camp here anymore. Well, what do you say? Take a little drive over there? Really feel the heat picking up a little bit. Fall in the desert, chilly nights, warm days. Okay, there's a little dirt road over here to the right. Back in the heyday, we'd be in water here. The water level was up this high when Lake Mead was full. You can still see the old water lines in the dirt. Kind of a rough road, not too bad. You could easily pull a boat back in here. Fishing boat, small ski boat. That's about probably all you'd want to launch here. Yeah, they got this graded out a little bit better. Here's a loop so you can pull down, launch your boat. I'm sure they got a parking area up here somewhere. There's the restrooms up there. Well, that's good they're maintaining it. I seen, because part of this is belongs to northern Arizona, and you see it on Facebook and the news and stuff, where they have public opinions and what they're going to do, because there was a huge battle when they closed all this down by residents and voters, like the town of Meadview. You know, they lost a ton of money, people not coming up here. So they want all this reopened. They're allocating money to do it, I think. Oh my God, last time I had to walk way down. It's right here, yay. How cool is this? In my opinion, the problem with launching a boat on dirt like this is the trailer and the boat sinking when you back it in the water. So a fishing boat, light ski boat, probably be okay. I don't know if I'd bring a big boat down here. Some people might try it. It is so peaceful here right now. And over there's the launch we were just at. I can hear fish jump. Get your fishing pole out. Well, very cool. Very good to see. Yeah, when I was here last time, I said I'd come back in the fall, and here we are. Standing in the same spot. Alright, wind our way out of here. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, for more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. Get over there and sign up for the free newsletter. Also, I got free screensaver downloads, which I'm upgrading those pictures here in December. So there'll be a whole new set of downloads for free. Right there at RVerTV.tv. Also have a merch shop. Hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs. Christmas is coming up. Make great little stocking stuffer gifts. All that helps support the channel and future videos just like this one here at South Cove. Alright, we'll get up here, back here in the pavement. We say we'll go up and see that Joshua Tree Forest. This area is open. You can use it for day use. If you want something to do during the day, get on out here. If you like to fish, picnic, hike, you can hike all these trails around the shoreline here. Really enjoy this area. There's no one here. I mean, you'll have it to yourself. Here's your own private, huge day use area right on Lake Mead. Alright, back here is Pierce Ferry Road. Yeah, to the left. We'll do that. Matter of fact, I might camp. There's a actual dry camp in the spring. It's perfect weather here. Perfect time. Go down there and camp right on the Colorado River. Watch all the rafters come in. I've done that a couple times. You can see all the rafts come in. But what a pretty area this entire place is. You can see the ring of the lake is getting smaller. Yay. If we could have another winter like we did earlier this year, what they call it, atmospheric river. And all this water was generated in just a few weeks with the snowpacks up in Colorado and all the mountains. It was a drought buster for sure. Hopefully it happens again. This road coming up here to the left, this will actually take you to Grand Canyon West, where they have that big walkway that hangs over the edge of the Grand Canyon. That's on reservation land. That's all controlled by the tribes out here, and it's not part of the national park. You can't use your passes to get in. It's all fee-based. I did that a couple years ago. It was okay. But you had to take buses out there to get around the park, but you do see the Grand Canyon. Alright, this is called the Joshua Tree Forest. Arizona Joshua Tree Forest. And it's a landmark. This thing dates back forever. It's very well kept, very protected out here. These Joshua trees, it's perfect climate, perfect water, everything's perfect for it. I think we're at about 3,000 or 4,000 feet. One of them storyboards. We're going to walk the path. We'll give a little more information on it. But there's pictures of the boat ramp when it had water. Plus the rafts coming in on the Colorado River. All the wildlife up here. And on this side, stories about the Grapevine Mesa history. Native American tribes that were here first. You know, back then the Colorado River would flood. There's some of the settlers. But Colorado River in the springtime would flood a mile wide or two. Oh, there's a picture of the Mormon Trail, the covered wagons coming in. Can you imagine living in that time? In Pierce Ferry, you know, they crossed the river there. All the people, all the lives that came through here. Then you come up here and see a forest of Joshua trees. Pretty cool. We say take a little walk. Got a cattle gate here. I've seen cattle in here. It's open range. Looks kind of dry, but that's not too unusual from just going through a hot summer here. Not a lot of rainfall in the desert. I think they get a little more here in the elevation, 4,000 feet. Also the age of these trees. There's a chart up here somewhere that'll show the age and height. Big tree like that's a couple 100 years old. Almost looks like artwork, doesn't it? How they grow, the branches just stick out every which way. Mother Nature Art Gallery right here. It looks pretty, but that thing would stick you and hurt you. There's thousands of little needles on that thing. Wow, here's a big tree. Pretty cool little path here. Gives you an idea of how they grow. A lot of the history here. Yeah, it just tells you how long people have been coming through here. Ranchers clear back in the 1800s, 1870s. Plus all the mining. They found gold here. That's still cool how those covered wagons follow along the river. And you think four-wheeling was just invented? Look at them guys. 2 horsepower wagons. What else we got? I think there's a few more storyboards up this way. Yeah, up in Vegas, I'm going to, we'll stop at Lake Mead up there at, near the dam. Check it out. Don't those look cool? Here it is. So a tree that's 4 to 5 feet high is 50 years old. These big ones are 150 to 200 years old. I remember seeing that a while back, and that just amazed me. How old these trees are for the size. So you take a whole forest of them, hundreds and hundreds of years old. Nighttime thunderstorms. Look at that, a moth likes to live here too. Huh, that's interesting. And this one, they just replaced these. These are really clear to read. Here you go. Elevation. We're at 4,300 feet. Doesn't seem like it here. 3,000 feet. The trees are sparse. Mid elevation 4,000. They're very dense. So this is perfect climate for these guys to grow their own garden. How cool is that? Well, the mountains of Grand Canyon, those are thousands of feet high. That Grand Canyon West, it's worth a trip down there. But it was expensive. It was almost $100 to get in. And if you wanted to go on the walkway, you were not allowed to take your own pictures on the walkway. They'd take one of you. So it was different. But once again, you get to see the Grand Canyon on the west end, Colorado River and all that. That was worth it. All right, to the van we go. Well, one last look way out. There's the Grand Canyon West Mountains, Joshua Tree Forest, right here off Pierce Ferry Road. But we're going to head back towards Highway 93. Here's a gas station out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of tree farms all over this area. Huge in agriculture. You don't realize it. You think it's just all desert. They grow a lot of pistachio and different kinds of nut trees. This road right here to the left, that's Stockton Hill Road. That takes you back to Kingman, which we're about a good 30 miles from Kingman. Here's the town of Dolan Springs. Small little community. Now, if you wanna, I get this asked a lot. Where can I buy property in Arizona and live in an RV? You can do that here. Big old dollar store here. There's not a whole lot here. Dollar store, a few little shops and cafes, Chamber of Commerce. But a lot of people have bought property here and live here. Very flat, open desert. There's the hot diggity dog. Big gift shop. Huge traffic on this road. Tour buses come out by the dozens daily to go out to the Grand Canyon West. And also to pick up rafters out of the Colorado River. So there's a huge amount of traffic that comes through here. Once again, it's called Dolan Springs. So it's a choice. I know some of the properties are run down, but some are very nice too. Kind of reminds me of Quartzsite in a way, this area. One of the drawbacks, look in the back of that pickup in front of us, the guy he's hauling water. He's probably got 500 gallons in that tank. That's 4,000 pounds. You got to haul water every day for as long as you live here. So that would be the downside to me, hauling water. It's a big business out here too. You can have it done. You can hire it done, put big tanks on your property and all that. This is Mojave County, so you'd have to check the requirements and whatnot. There he goes. Water sloshing out of the tank. Alright, that was a cool little trip. See Southcove, water's up. Next video we're going to be stopping right at Lake Mead up by Hoover Dam. Check it out, do some hiking. Then we're actually going to go in Vegas itself. Got all kinds of things planned. I need to stop here, change camera batteries. Get ready for our next little adventure. Journey continues. Talk soon.